Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, here we have today a Mazda 2. This is the 1.5 Sport, 90 horsepower, and it's the Sport Nav Plus model. Now these are really well spec'd. We'll go through the spec in more detail when I get in the car. And we know this car very, very well. Now we had an existing customer of ours. He's been a customer here for about 15 years, and he cheated on us, and he bought this particular car at Mazda, which was right on his doorstep, and he had that 3 years, and he part exchanged it for a hybrid Mazda 2, which he picked up in, I think it was about November, December last year. Then we sold this to another one of our existing customers who now needs an auto. So we've got this in part exchange. We know both the previous owners. It's got full service history, and I do remember when we last serviced it last year, end of last year, we did change the brake discs and pads. And just so you know, if you are looking at these Mazda 2s, this shape, the discs and pads, they are quite soft, so you want to make sure when you buy one they've been done recently, or do get them checked out, because they do wear quite, not say prematurely, but the brakes are that good. I think the materials they use are a little bit softer to get that braking efficiency. Right now it's the heavens have opened here. We're losing light quite quickly, so let's get to the inside of the car. Lucky I've got a coat on today. So you've got parking sensors on these. You can have a camera fitted. You've got a really good sized boot, okay, and a space for a spare wheel should you require one. These cars can do everything. You could get in this car and drive across Europe, or it can be a little runabout. Look at that, back seats don't look like they've been sat in. ISOFIX anchorages on the two outer rear seats. Keyless entry, so no need to get the key out to open the car up. And look at that, no wear, no rips, no tears. Both previous owners are non-smokers. As I said, I've been at this particular Mazda dealership for 11 years, for the company 22, so I've got to know the customers pretty well, almost on a personal level with a lot of them. Right, let's get inside. So being this Plus model car, you've got auto folding wing mirrors when you lock the car, electric windows mirrors there. You've got lane departure warning, traction control, intelligent engine start stop, tyre pressure monitoring system. So should your tyre pressures deviate 4 psi or more, a little symbol will come up on the dash. Now being the Plus model, you've got rake and reach adjustment on the steering column. The early cars won't have that, they'll just have rake. Now let's start this up. So we've got 2 keys, foot on the clutch, press this button here, and she fires into life. Just to let you know, look at this, these cars are super economical, and not by putting little tiny 800, 900,000 cc engines in them, which are 3-cylinder, like a lot of manufacturers have done. This has got a 1.5 engine, it's 4-cylinder, so nice and smooth. We've never had any problems with them. If you are looking at small cars, and I'm not knocking them because we do sell them when we get good ones, but like for example EcoBoost Fiestas with the 1 litre engines, they can give you trouble and be pretty worn out prematurely, you know, and I think it's just because of the size of the engine lugging around, you know, a big body. I think it puts too much strain on the engine. So here's the mileage here, 20,284 miles, and I'll show you this. Look, so Masters Elmer's End, who are no longer, by the way, they've stopped trading. So August 19, PDI'd the car, then they serviced it in October 20 at 6,000 miles, and then October 21 at 10,500 miles, and then we got it, there you go, look, November we did the 3rd year service MOT, and we changed the brakes. That's when we put new brakes, so it's done 3,000 miles on brand new discs and pads. Okay, this This car will come with a year's Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty, so that's a follow-on from the manufacturer's warranty, so you'll get a full year with roadside assistance. So back to the spec, you've got automatic lights, wipers, cruise control, trip computer, climate control, air conditioning, that all works really well. You've got 2 USBs there, which you can charge with and also read data. Now, for those of you who like to optimize their smartphone functionality, it sounds like I rehearsed that, you've got an apps page here, and you can actually upgrade this system. So there's an upgrade. We can do this before you collect or we deliver the car. It's £300 including VAT and fitting, so you can have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then you can use navigate your smartphone through here. But for me, I'm quite a simple person. I'll connect my phone up via the Bluetooth. I can make calls, irritate my friends, catch up with calls, but also I like to stream documentaries or occasionally music through the stereo, which I tend to do through YouTube. You've got a built-in navigation system, which is fantastic. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know exactly what I'm going to say. I mean, you can put your postcode in and off you go when you're in the UK. I've driven a car, a Mazda 6, with this system to the natural border of Slovakia, the Czech Republic and Poland, and it worked a treat. A nice place, actually, highly recommend it, called Zakopane, which has got one of the largest ski slopes, or the largest ski slope, and I didn't go on that ski slope, and nor would I dare to. But yeah, very, very good system. As I say, it navigated me through Europe. Display settings, you've got all these sort of nice convenient settings in here. Safety settings, the car's got smart city braking, so there's a camera here. I think there's a couple of cameras up here. Should you be traveling at under 20 miles an hour, and there's no driver input, so the car thinks you've been distracted, you get too close to the car in front, it will apply its brakes. It'll do it quite fiercely. It has actually saved me from hitting low walls in the past. And the great thing about it, it's recognised by insurers, because statistically a lot of accidents happen in that scenario. You often see it actually when there's traffic jams, off slip roads, etc. And it should lower your insurance grouping. It does lower the insurance grouping. It should lower your insurance premium. Okay, so these are great first-time driver cars. These are great second cars. These are great first cars. They are a real all-rounder. The older Mazda 2, you could have driven it anywhere, but if I was driving to Scotland, I'd choose a bigger car. This, it can do absolutely anything, and it will do it economically, safely. I'd have no grumbles at all. So we are a family-run business. We're very customer-focused. I could tell you stories about probably 90% of our used cars, who they belong to, etc., etc., which is what we like. We like people to keep coming back. It's very enjoyable, and so we know the cars really, really well. We're customer focused. Check out our reviews. All right. If you're out of area, talk to us. We can do a delivery service, online consultation, etc. Or should you need any further photos, videos, or anything like that of this car, please do not hesitate to ask. We are here to help. And should it be outside our regular business hours, don't let that stop you or put you off inquiring. Pick up the phone, leave a voicemail even. I know a lot of people like to do that. I do. I like to speak to people, and we'll pick up the voicemail and come back to you. Alternatively, leave us a voicemail. Okay. So I want to thank you for watching the video. I've got absolutely soaked doing it. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.